I've been weightlifting for 3 years and I've had many people compliment me on my physique. So make sure you pay attention because you could be missing out on golden exercises which transform your physique. My name is Alfie and these are my 10 golden exercises to get jacked. You see, within like the first year of me weightlifting, I didn't actually have a shape. I didn't look sculpted. Like I didn't look like I went to the gym for a year. Do you know what I mean? And that used to annoy me, and truthfully, I used to be hella embarrassed because when people would ask me, so how long have you been going to the gym? I'd just give them a vague answer like, long enough, because I didn't want to admit that I had been going to the gym for a lot longer than what it looked like. Do you know what I mean? And I needed to solve that problem because I didn't want to keep on answering like, oh, I've been going to the gym for long enough, rather than just giving them a clear cut, like, yeah, 3 years, yeah, this. Now, depending on the context, I'll just like random tip, depending on the context, you just be vague and say stuff like, oh, I've been going long enough, ha ha ha. like sometimes you don't want to say, I've been going for 3 years and I've been going 6 times a week, because it's like sometimes you just won't get laid because of that. So I actually had to like put a change. I actually had to start training muscles which would make me, at least if I got shape in these muscles, it would look like I was bigger than I actually was. I found some exercises which train muscles which make me look way bigger than I actually am. And now I'm here where I'm actually somewhat jacked, and at least you think I'm jacked, so life's better. And if you're watching this far, I actually want to congratulate you. I know you think you watching this far isn't that big, and every YouTuber's like, oh, attention spans are fried. But genuinely, if you've clicked on this video, you want to improve your physique, that's amazing. Like, understand that there's so many people in this world that have horrible bodies. Like, you walk into school and you see these guys and their physiques look awful. They look subhuman. And the worst part is, they're fine with it. That is disgusting. They are fine with looking awful, with looking cute, like subhuman. Like, if we put them in a time machine, they would, and like sent them back in time to like when Area 51 was being created, they would be put in there because they look like weird aliens, bro. Genuinely aliens. It's so disgusting to see people who are just comfortable with disgusting physiques. So genuinely, I have a level of respect for you for literally just clicking on this video, however much my respect means to you, but you should be proud of yourself for clicking on this video and wanting to improve your physique, because there's so many people who wouldn't, who just don't care about their own body and how they look. So well done for that. Now, with that being said, let's talk about how you actually look good. As a man, if you want to look good, you want to build a V-taper. This is where like your upper body kind of goes out in a V shape. Not like too crazy like this angle, but more like just a V, right? Just how, imagine like the letter V and just look at how that would look. That's kind of like what you're going for, because that is basically like, I won't drop some like randoms. In fact, I am going to. Basically, the V-taper is just like this evolutionary attractive thing. It's like, the way I compare it is always, the V-taper in a man is kind of like the hourglass shape in a woman. So, you know, like a woman like has an hourglass shape and it's just like instantly attractive. That's like, the V-taper is like that for men. And so I really wanted this, right? And and the muscles I trained to get a V-taper, there were 6. And I called them the 6 aesthetic muscles. They were the neck, the upper trap, which you won't be able to see because I'm wearing a hoodie. But the neck, the upper traps, the upper chest, the lateral delt, which is basically the side shoulder, the lats, which is kind of like the back, and then your abs. If you train those 6 aesthetic muscles, you will build the V-taper, and that will just make you instantly attractive to women, which is like muy bien. Now, obviously, you still want to train other muscles, but the 6 aesthetic muscles are the ones you should prioritize if your goal is to look attractive as possible. I'm going to give you some exercises for the 6 aesthetic muscles, and I'm also just going to give you some for like the legs, the biceps, like, you know, just other random muscles that aren't as important. Now, just before we get into it, quick plug: if you want to learn everything there is to building this aesthetic body, I put all of my knowledge in my aesthetic body course, which you can go and check out right now. The link is in the description. First exercise is for the neck, and that is simply neck curls. You see, neck, like, just training your neck makes you look way bigger. I don't know what it is, but I might like put a little clip on screen of a YouTuber named Hamza, and he talked about the neck and how it's like, it just makes you look so much bigger. I didn't believe it at first until I saw this clip, so you can watch that right now.
Just look at his face and neck. How muscular do you think he would be? Just from this picture, just his face and neck. If I had to guess, honestly, I'd say he's probably about 160 pounds, probably quite lean, decent size, probably lifting for like 2-3 years. He's massive. It's like he's trained all of his body's muscles apart from his neck, and now it looks too small. I feel that if he had a thicker, more muscular neck, he would look better and more proportionate.
Now, for the upper traps, you want to do shrugs. You see, with shrugs, it's basically just like you doing this. Now, when I do shrugs, I go up and back at the same time and like really try and squeeze. And I also lean a little bit more forward, and I feel a lot more tension when I'm coming back down. And like upper traps, just, yeah, bueno. And for this, you want to get some lifting straps so you can take out, basically, lifting straps just take out like forearm involvement, so you can take the upper traps to failure before your forearms give out. You can just go and get like some cheap lifting straps on Amazon. They'll be about like $7 or something. 3 for the chest and like the upper chest as well is, in my personal opinion, the chest press. This is super fun and you can go super heavy, and there's also not really need for stability, and so like I prefer not needing to use much stability, because that just means I can take like the chest to failure without like flipping spazzing out. And if you don't want to do the chest press, you can do like bench press, you can do push-ups, literally just think of chest exercises, bro. One tip with the chest for me personally is I like to keep a flat back, and for some reason that just really helps me feel my chest a lot more. So it like, maybe if you have too much of an arc, you might not feel it as much, so maybe give that a try. My 4th golden exercise is the cable lateral raise for the lateral delts. You see, with dumbbell lateral raises, I found that you can't take them as close to failure, because like you'll just stop halfway through, even though like you can technically do more. You're like, for some reason it's just like you're handicapped with dumbbell lateral raises. So what I do is go on the cable, and immediately it's just like I can take it way closer to failure. And obviously, by the way, if you didn't know, getting the muscle close or to failure is how you're gonna make the muscle grow. So there's lots of tension on the cables, and you get a sick pump afterwards. Like honestly, like when you train this to failure on the cable and you look in the mirror, you just, yeah, you'll just know what I'm talking about. I've got that good stuff, bro. I've got it for you, bro. Pause. Now for the lats and the upper back, the 5th exercise is bent over rows with the barbell, or machine rows, like the rowing machine thing. Once you get the mind muscle connection for this exercise, it is genuinely god tier. Like I would not replace this exercise for anything. Like it's actually so good for the lats and the upper back. It's just amazing. Like I can't glaze this exercise enough. It's actually unreal how good this exercise is, bro. You are gonna need lifting straps to take out the forearm involvement, but oh my gosh, they're amazing. Now if you don't really want to use too much stability, I would go over to the machine rows. But if you're fine with like, it's probably better because you'll do your lower back as well, you can do the bent over row. It's just a personal favorite of mine. Now the 6th exercise is going to be pull-ups / lat pull downs. You see, when you're good at pull-ups, bro, it really does feel like you're flying. Like I would recommend everyone tries to learn how to pull up, because once you're good at them, they're fun. You don't like them because you're not good at them. That's just how it is. Now, to be honest, I wish I could give you more like real advice for this, but I've always been able to do pull-ups. The only thing I've been able to recommend, which I've seen work for people, is do negatives. So this is where like you kind of cheat the first half of the movement, so you're already above the bar, and then you slowly let yourself come back down. So you kind of like jump up onto the bar and then let yourself come back down. That will still train the back, and then once you're strong enough, you'll be able to actually do a couple pull-ups. Once you can do a couple, just start training them and you'll love them. And lat pull downs just mean that you have less stability. So again, if you don't really want to use stability muscles, lat pull downs are probably better for you. But I do prefer pull-ups. And by the way, you will need lifting straps for this. Now, my 7th exercise is for the abs, and that will be the flat leg raise. You see, in my opinion, these are the king of all ab exercises. They target all 6 abs, so you'll just get that 6-pack, and they're pretty easy to do. You literally just lie down, like make sure your lower back stays on the floor, and it's all right to bend your knees. I used to think like you had to keep straight legs. Now you can bend your knees and just like make sure you get that full ab crunch, bro. That's just like, that's when you know you're training the abs correctly, bro. And by the way, that's literally all I train for abs to get the 6-pack, bro. It's literally that simple. Now, number 8 is for like the entire leg, and that is going to be the leg press / the squat. So if you don't have much time, I would go on the leg press because it takes less setup time, less warm up time. It's literally just a machine. You literally just put the pin in, put the pin there, boom, done. But if you have a lot more time, I would prefer doing squats, just because this is one of those exercises where I actually don't mind using it for like its functionality. But if you just literally want to look aesthetic, just go onto the leg press, because again, it'll be less need for stability, which is like you can take it closer to failure. But when I have more time in the gym, I would usually go onto the squats because they are fun to do. Number 9 for the biceps is going to be dumbbell bicep curls. Now bro, this is some heavenly exercise. If you know the anatomy of the bicep, I'm pretty sure the dumbbell bicep curl hits both the long head and the short head pretty well. If you don't know what that meant just then, don't worry about it. Basically, you're gonna get a big bicep from doing this. And there's also a great mind muscle connection. Like, oh my gosh, this is I'm gonna say it, this is the best bicep exercise on planet Earth, bro. Dumbbell bicep curls. I'm telling you, man, you are gonna need lifting straps for this, but when you get lifting straps and you do this, you're gonna feel the same as me, man. It's just, the life is great. And lastly, the 10th exercise is gonna be for the tricep, and that is tricep extensions on the cable with like the ropes and that. When you do this, bro, like you'll actually get a big tricep. Like this exercise allowed me to fit my compression shirts. Like, I'm telling you the truth here. Before I use this exercise, I couldn't fit into compression shirts. My arms weren't fitting tightly against them, and now they are. And it's because I trained this exercise, because it built like the back of the bicep rather than the side, not the bicep, the back of the tricep rather than just the side, and so it actually like made my arm bigger. You see, my mission with this YouTube channel is to give men, young men like you, real aesthetic bodybuilding knowledge. Because, bro, a lot of YouTubers online are like just wasting your time, bro. I'm telling you the truth. Like, I've seen them, and it's like anime character workout routines, these TikTok workout routines, and this random exercise where you do like this to build your bicep. It's just weird, right? I just want to give you clear-cut, simple advice, which hopefully you can take and use in your real life and actually get massive. Because when you do get massive, life feels so great. Like, guys respect you. You notice that girls are treating you better. Like, finally. You notice that you're more disciplined, and like life feels like a video game. Like, you realize like, oh my gosh, I can level up in real life and like put like some of my stats into strength. This is sick. And so if you really want to turn life into that video game, I recommend you hit the subscribe button, bro. Safe.